Are you living with someone who is now watching everything you eat, making comments on what you eat, having something to say about what you put in your mouth? Hi, I'm Lorna from the Australian Tapping Institute, and I want to do some tapping with you to help you reduce the stress that these comments and this constant scrutiny is actually causing you. I know for many people, the idea of being in the lockdown has changed all of our normal everyday routines. So many of the things that we did because we wanted to, it felt good for us, now are being questioned by partners, by loved ones, by family, by parents, by whoever. I know the couple of girls at my work who they ate lots and lots of chocolate during the day. Now that they're home, their husbands are having something to say about that. I know another friend of mine, she's a smoker and she enjoys her smoking, but her husband thinks she smokes 1 or 2 cigarettes a day. She smokes an awful lot more than that. So now that she's home, she's finding the scrutiny. So this session of what I actually want to do is I want to talk about more about the eating side of things. I want to give you a tool, use some tapping with you so you can actually get down the intensity, not so much on the guilt of what you're eating or the good feelings or the bad feelings, but the feeling of being watched all the time and the extra stress that's putting on you, because whether it's a weight gain, whether it's a health issue or whatever it is, another person's scrutiny on you and their judgment is going to have an impact on you, and it is going to bring up some pretty intense sort of feelings, everything from resentment through to anger, and it could cause some fights. So let's give you some tapping tools to kind of bring that intensity down. So tap along with me. Even though everything I eat, they have something to say about it. They're watching me. They're commenting. My whole normal routine is gone. I'm going to honor those feelings and be okay that they are my feelings. And I'm going to be okay. Even though I have all of this judgment around me, watching what I eat, it's almost like a magnifying glass on it now. It feels so much my freedom's been taken. Make comments, they're watching, they're counting, they're checking. I feel all of this scrutiny upon me, adding to the stress I've already got. But I'm going to honor those feelings. I'm going to know I'm okay. I'm going to love and accept the person that I actually am. Even though they're checking everything I do, making comments. Now we're doing shopping together. Now they're checking the cupboards, watching the fridge. It's almost like they're counting. I'm going to honor those feelings. I'm going to know that I'm going to be okay and everything's going to be fine. Right, so tap along through the points with me. Being watched. God, it's annoying. Mind your own business. Counting what I eat. Checking up on what I eat. It's like taking a toll on what I eat. Haven't you got something better to do? Leave me alone. All of this scrutiny and judging and counting what I eat, then making comments. It's more stressful listening to you. It's more stressful being judged. It's more stressful being checked up on. I don't like it. Makes me so annoyed. Gets me a bit mad. Then the resentment pops in. Just mind your own business. I don't want to answer to you. Don't worry about what you're doing yourself. You're not perfect. Go stick your nose in someone else's business. I get so mad. I just want to say those things out loud. But I don't. I say nothing, roll my eyes if I can, or I start an argument, just getting me so worked up. I'm already stressed as it is. Life as I know it has changed already. Without this, without being judged, without being checked up on, without constantly being under this microscope, counting what I'm eating, questioning me in the supermarket. Do you really need that? Haven't you got enough of that? Do you really need more of that? So annoying. So annoying. God, all the freedom I took for granted. I took all this freedom for granted. Took all this freedom for granted. Took it for granted. All of this freedom. I just took all this freedom for granted. And now, coming back to bite me. I don't want to be angry. I just want them to mind their own business. It's hard enough to control the eating as it is without someone else drawing attention to it. It's hard enough to control what I'm eating when I'm stressed without somebody else sticking their nose in. It's hard enough to try and eat healthy and not snack and not want all this sugary, yummy, crunchy, cheesy, tasty, whatever. It's hard enough as it is. Without being scrutinized, without being judged, without it being mentioned, without it being counted. Just wish they'd leave me alone. Really, just leave me alone. It's not fair. I don't want it. I just want to be free again. It's hard enough as it is without you saying things. It's hard enough as it is dealing with all the other stress I've got. Than being watched for everything I eat. Comments on what I eat. Judgments on what I eat. I just want it to stop. I want to be left alone. My freedom's gone as it is. This just makes it harder. So much harder. So much more difficult. It really makes it more difficult. All this judgment. All of the judgment. I feel their judgment. Endless judgment. I feel it. I can see it. I have to listen to it. All of this judgment. Feel that moving through your body. If you are not feeling calmer about this, if you are feeling that there is still some intensity when you think about this, rewind the video and go back to the beginning and just go through it again. It's only a couple of minutes until you get back to this point. So we're going to continue on from this point and we are going to honor the feelings. We're going to honor the feelings that this can be challenging. I'm going to honor the feelings that I'm trying my best. I'm going to honor the feelings that, sure, I may have some dirty little secret. I may have some, addiction to chocolate or some sort of sugar addiction where I eat lollies all day or sweeties all day or whatever you want to call them. Maybe I do have an addiction to breads. Maybe I do. But right now, I want to manage my stress in some ways. My new normal is different and I need some new strategies. But right now, I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best to manage all of it. My normal has changed and I need to adjust. Sure, I eat too many lollies and chocolate and crisps and salty, sugary other things. Yep, I snack on them during the day. But right now, I'm going to honor the feelings that I have. I'm going to honor how stressful this is for me. I'm just going to honor that right now, I'm trying to deal with enough. I'm going to honor my thoughts and honor my feelings and give myself a bit of a break. Cut myself some slack and allow myself to process. When I'm ready, I can shift it. When I'm ready, I can change it. When I'm ready, I can let this go. But I'm going to honor that right now, it's a challenge. And right now, doing the best I can. And right now, I'm trying my hardest. And right now, I'm going to love, honor, and respect the person that I am today. Beautiful, beautiful. Take your time. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Now, for many people, that will have brought up other triggers, other traumas, thoughts and emotions from other events that have been part of your real world. If that is the case and you're ready, a trained certified practitioner like we graduate out of the Australian Tapping Institute is the perfect person for you to get in touch with to do some work on this. Now, if you go to www.australiantappinginstitute.com.au, if you go to how we help and find a practitioner, you will find a whole list of practitioners we recommend, we have graduated and trained that you could work with. They all work remotely just like this. They can work with you on Zoom and Messenger and all sorts of spaces. We make it work digitally these days, and it's just as effective. It means there's no social contact with anyone, but you don't have to sit in the thoughts and the feelings that are making this even harder for you than it currently is. You can work with me as well. We have a whole list, but just do the work. Even if you do the journal work yourself and tap on your own things, those own thoughts that come up, that is huge, and I recommend you do that. So if you found this valuable, please share the video, please like the video, please subscribe to our channel depending on where you found us. I'm Lorna from the Australian Tapping Institute, and it's been an absolute joy to spend time with you once again, and I'll see you next time we connect.